Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's going to be a mixed bag today. I'm not looking forward today. Totally forgot CPI numbers were coming in beginning of each month. CPI numbers came in hotter than expected. Price index rises to 5.4. I believe expected was around 5%. And this is not looking good. This is obvious. Inflation is here. And this is to no surprise. We've been having inflation CPI numbers rise for the past, I believe, like 3 or 4 months. So there's no surprise here. But the way the market reacts is a surprise because last month, absolutely nothing happened with higher than expected CPI number. And the month before that, it's the same thing. It was higher than expected. And the market did pull back. Last month, the market just digested the news and nothing happened. And the month before that, we got a pretty nice pullback, and nothing too much of concern, but we did get a pullback. And then today we're seeing futures down on the news. So apparently it doesn't like it this time again. So I don't know what's going to happen. Just something to be aware. I know it's gonna get ugly for me. I know it is. Today, I'm not looking forward today. These are the kind of days where you're gonna have to manage your positions and really think about what you want to do. If you want to close out some positions or hedge them, or just line up your portfolio. This could create some buying opportunities. It could be much more than just that. I really don't like this number. It's no surprise, but the market does what it wants. Sometimes it wants to react negatively. Sometimes it wants to just not worry about it. I don't know what it's going to do this time. So not really looking forward to today. So we're going to have to wait and see how this process. We're seeing futures down. We're seeing a lot of names down pre-market. Not aggressively, but it could be the beginning of something. And aside from that negative news, let's take a look at some of those tickers that have potential to squeeze here, that we're seeing some momentum. One that I've been following, any here slightly up, pre-market, up 18 cents. One that's trending here is OSAT. It's currently trending right now, and it's up in the pre-market 81%. So that move is already happening. I don't like this kind of stocks. No volume, hard liquidity to get in and out. It could create a lot of problems. So not a fan of OSAT, but one that is trending. Another one that's trending here, created CRTD. This is one that I posted 2 weeks ago. I posted it 2 weeks ago when it was somewhere below $4. So now we're finally seeing wake up and smelling the coffee here. It's at 742, and this one has big potential. Also, Nokia here having some nice move here to the upside, up 39 cents, and it's up 736% in the pre-market. BLIN, Bridgeline, squeezing here. So this is that pattern that I talk about. After some of these stocks rally, like this one has, BLIN here, and sometimes you feel like you're bag holding, the stock will dramatically come crashing down. And when they come crashing down, close to, I put the 10-day moving average as a reference point. When it comes crashing down, you get a second squeeze from time to time. Sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes is immediately, like it is now. So BLIN is up pre-market here, squeezing here for a second time, up 41%. We have Goldman Sachs here. Goldman Sachs with the earnings. Surprise, we have positive earnings out of the bank here. It's up at 3.5%, and some positive news there for the banks. We're starting to see positive news. It could be also because of the inflation, so maybe it's a little bit of both. And then another one that's currently trending is TYHT. TYHT 651 here. 657 up 6 cents pre-market trending. Nothing much going on here. Mirror and software here are slightly squeezing up about 116, up 8% in the pre-market. So we're 3 minutes away from the open, and we see a lot of red today, and it's going to be a day of testing. It's going to be a day of testing your portfolio, your resilience, and I'm pretty skeptical about what we're going to get today. Everything is down. Everything is down. It's just a matter of we're going to see people coming in here buying the dip, or if this is going to be a sell-off of concern. We have here inflation climbs higher than expected in June as price index rises 5.4%. Oh, now this was slightly up earlier. This is good. Pretty much flat, no reaction. We did see it go up here earlier. Let me hear. We did see it slightly rise, but just the near fact that it's here just pretty much flat or a negative 0.005 is good. We're not seeing a spike. So as long as it stays flat or around this area, it's not too bad. Let's take a look here at the VIX. VIX here at 1677. So we see the VIX up. This is not good. It's going to be a tough day. Regular down days don't scare me, but these days do. Go figure. So we're 1 minute away here from the open. It's going to be a brutal one. Get ready, guys. It's going to be a bumpy ride today. It's going to be all over the place. And we're off here to a rough open. So Goldman Sachs had earnings pre-market positive here, rising. We did have Pepsi also having earnings also positive. So we're seeing a positive outlook here. Earnings. JP Morgan Chase, I believe, also had earnings. We're having positive numbers here across the banks on earnings. CRTD here, squeezing, continuing to squeeze. We saw it pop up yesterday, pull back midday, and then we're seeing a continuation here pre-market. Let's see how level 2 looks here. Let's see how our friend Disney's doing here. Disney had a big move yesterday. I guess I had news about raising their subscription price on I believe it was ESPN or something. I had a big rally on that news yesterday. So we just have to wait for this open to see what the market wants to do with this CPI data information. Is it going to be bothered by the information, or is it just going to digest it and keep on trucking higher? Good morning, Shri. Good morning. So we have CPI here rising 5.4 out of an expected number of 5%. So not looking good. But here we're seeing the 10-year bond treasury yields here not rising, which is a good sign. So this could be short-lived. This could be short-lived, and market might continue to inch higher. We're going to have to give it some time and see what happens here. So now the short interest has changed here. AMC update changed down to 15%. So now we're seeing short interest. Some of these shorts cover here as the price is going lower for AMC. Not good here. Losing that momentum and just holding here around $40. And the short interest is going down. So we are seeing here on which just slightly red, but it is upticking here. Did open lower, but going slightly up now. This is one that was trending yesterday before the market closed. I'm going to add it into the watch list. MDIA here trending. Now going down here, 1164 for a MDIA. CRTD here getting the best of the action. CRTD. So it's going to be an ugly day here. It's going to be a very ugly day. S&P 500 minus 0.22%. We're seeing, although it's not really, although we are seeing a lot of red, it's not as aggressive. It could be concerning though. This is a 20-year bond ETF, TLT. Also here, it's not selling off, which it is a good sign. We did see a sell-off here from August up until March, which was absolutely negative, and now bond got a bit here and now turning. We're not seeing nothing too dramatic here out of the bonds or TBT rising. This is short bond yields. So if we see this rising, this will be negative. This is TLT. If we see TLT rising, that would be positive. So pretty much flat. So nothing of concern so far. We are seeing here minus a 0.014. So we have to give it some more time to see what the market wants to do with this information. Just based on how the market is reacting initially on some of these numbers, it doesn't look like it's going to matter. CRTD seeing some resistance at $8. Thank you, Armando. Yes, yes, I know. I mean, I'm just open. I'm trading. Um, this is the real this is the real swings I get. I mean, when it's good, it's good. You guys see my account. 10% is more or less based on my account and how I expose myself. 10% swings are the normal for me, which is extremely volatile. That is not like ideal, not recommended. But I also do get some nice rallies. So when the market moves, I get every inch of that market. Yeah, absolutely. I've pretty much been stuck here between 80 and 100 for about 2 weeks now. I mean, this is what it looks like. It's not all peaches and cream. It's not always, people want to see accounts, go from 50,000 to 100,000 in 1 week, and then 100 to 200 in the next week, and then 200 to a quarter of a mil, half a mil in like a month. But I mean, although it looks brutal sometimes, it's part of the swings. It's the way the market moves. The market is not linear, so there is pullbacks, and there's different factors and variants in the market. Yesterday I was up about 10, 11,000. I'm down 9,000 today, so it's just the way that I'm positioned. PR, good morning. Good morning. So we are seeing now a pullback. We are seeing here markets pulling back. Um, it's taking here the bond yields. Bond yield. This is a 10-year Treasury bond yield. Pretty much flat on this record. Uh, hotter than expected inflation numbers. We got, I believe, 5.4 expected 5%, and we're not really seeing an aggressive spike. We might see it tomorrow or the day after. Sometimes it takes a few days. So I wouldn't say we're clear until we get through this week. Yes, we can take a look at MRIN. So now CRTD, one that was trending. It was up after pre-market and now coming back down. Let's take a look at Marin Software. So Marin Software, it's still up at $16. Pretty good. It didn't come crashing down, but it is at $16. Level 2, we see some support at 16. We see some resistance at 1726, 1740, 1750-ish. We are seeing big volume coming in here. 715,000 shares traded last 5 minutes. So we are seeing some action there out of Marin Software. making some trades here. So we're seeing MRIN now. $17. Good volume coming in here. $17 MRIN. We're seeing some resistance here. 750, 1750, and 1770. And then we're seeing 18, 1750, 1780, and 18. Let's take a quick glimpse here on AMC. AMC short interest now going down, so that momentum to squeeze is dying out, and it's at 40. I do have some options expiring AMC this week. Not good. Not good for AMC. MRIN here, 1770. Now the next target, $18. We do see resistance at $18. SNDL did get a little pop today. SNDL trading at 91 cents. It's up 5%, up about 4 cents. SNDL did get a little pop, and we did see Nokia also getting a little pop here. Nokia. BLIN squeezing nicely here off this pullback here. So this is kind of a pattern that happens for those of you who are trading these momentum stocks. After they rally and get squeezed, they come crashing here pretty aggressively, and then you get a second squeeze here. You get another round of squeezing here, profit taking, and so you get a lot of buyers coming in. So BLIN here, making a move here for a second time. Not sure if it's going to go back to all-time highs here, or it's going to be short-lived. So we'll take a look at it. We'll keep a close eye. CRTD here, kind of giving up some gains here at 678. So we'll take a look at MRIN. We see the resistance here. Price to be for MRIN is $18. This is good. This is good. We're not seeing bond yield spiking. They're not really moving, but they're not really spiking. So this is good news. So that means the market doesn't care what the CPI numbers are, which is good. It's digesting it pretty well here. So that is positive. VIX getting hammered down below 1650. This is positive. This is positive news. So without looking level 2, this is just some technicals and MRIN. So we are seeing a downtrend here. So we do want to see here, if we draw this line here from below this candle, you have a straight line here. So we do want to see here, it looks like there's some support here. We want to see MRIN here break out of, if it has a chance today, we want to see a breakout around $19. We see some resistance here at 1750 and 18. The buy side looking a little weak now. Thinning out here on the buy side. We're seeing cannabis stocks here trending. Let's take another look here. Tilray here trending right now. We saw SNDL trending. Could this be the first day for cannabis stocks to come back? Potentially. So just keep an eye out on cannabis stocks. There's 2 tickers out there already that caught my attention. SNDL and Tilray trending here. Cannabis stocks potentially can have a rally here coming soon. And Clover Health now back down to 924. Huge sell-off there off that massive squeeze rally. It was highly shorted and pumped all the way to almost $30 and just slowly gave away those gains, and it's back down to $9. So MRIN now, we still seeing some good volume there, but now it's red volume selling off. Now it's below $17, and we're gonna have to give it some time. We are seeing some possible support at 16. So we need to see here MRIN hold the $16 level. We're seeing more buyers coming in here, and then we need to see the buy side here hold the line. So now we're seeing some resistance at 17.20 and support coming in here at $16. Let's see what the 5-minute looks here on futures. So this looks like a complete fake out. We have to see once it comes back down to its normal trading range up here to see if it holds up and it's not a dead cat bounce. So just still some worry there. We're not completely clear here. There's still some potential here for the market to go down, but as of now, it looks like it's going to recoup here nicely. V-shaped recovery. The initial shock here it looks like a bear trap, and completely squeezy now, going back to its normal trading range. So that's the S&P 500 futures. And we have the NASDAQ futures here, similar pattern. We just have to give it some time, make sure it's not a dead cat bounce. Then we have the Dow Jones future. Kind of a mixed signal here on the Russell 2000. But VIX selling off here aggressively below 1650. It's selling off pretty good. So I think it's going to be short-lived. We look at bonds. Bonds not really moving up here. So this is also a good sign here for the bonds. Minus 0.015, not much. But we're not seeing this number spike. Positive news. Good morning, Chris. Good morning. So things look like they're normalizing. It could be short-lived, so we just have to be, on our toes here. Can't get all bullish 100%, but it does look like things. Market is digesting this CPI number and not really doing anything here. We're seeing here SC Works Corp, ticker symbol WORX. This is a momentum stock for sure. Previously hit about $15. This is a flyer here, guys. This one hitting top of the boards here. And let's look what level 2 looks like. Marin Software holding above $16 is a good sign. Work seeing some nice WORX seeing some nice buy side here. Very strong, very weak sell side. We're going to have to give it some time to see if that is a story and we go higher. It's a small market cap company, $42 million. The volume is 47 million shares traded. Average volume 8.4 million shares. So already trading about about 5 times its normal volume, and looking very strong here. Ticker symbol WORX. Bridge line here, BLIN, still climbing higher. We have BAOS, another one that is trending here with some nice gains, not pulling back here. So BAOS. Sohu.com here. Sohu.com seeing an uptick also. Have to see the catalyst there for the news, see what is going on with Sohu.com. So I was a little bit concerned with CPI numbers. I was concerned with CPI numbers, but markets are just digesting the information and nothing really happening here. So works here looks pretty interesting to me. It's here at about $4. So works, they have there. I'm looking up their products. They sell their products on Amazon. I'm not sure where else they sell power tools. They sell like drills, saws, gardening, power washers. So interesting. I've never seen them actually. So they sell different power tools, chainsaws. So works here. Trying to see if they got some news. Did they get a deal here with a big box or something? Is there a reason here? Oh, I'm not looking at the right one. This is SC Works. SC Works is different than Works. SC Works is something completely different. So SC Works is let's take a look here at Marin. Marin looking pretty decent here. 1660. It held the $16 mark. We did see some nice support at $16. We are seeing a lot of the sell side here, and we see some resistance at $18 once again. So it looks like it's going to go for a second round here, trying to break that $18 level for Marin Software. Excella, one name that's been out there trending for weeks, breaking out here. 422, Excella. So the price to beat here on Marin Software is 18, and on Excella, let's take a look here on Excella. Good volume coming in here. 7 million shares traded on Excella. All eyes on Excella right now. A lot of volume there. We're getting some nice momentum, and it definitely has some energy there today. Excella right now has resistance at 425 and 430, 440, and 450. 425. It could ramp up here to 425. It's currently at 415. So there is some action out there. There is some action. So let's do a side by side here so we can take a look at both of these at the same time. We have Excel at the top, and we're going to have Marin Software at the bottom. We'll take a look at the 5-minute chart here. So we have Marin Software. We have Excel at the top and Marin Software at the bottom. We're seeing volume here out of Excel. Marin Software here struggling. $18 is the price to beat here for Excel. For Marin Software, and $16 is a line of support. So Marin Software looks like to be stuck between $16 and $18. So now we broke below that $16 mark of support here for Marin Software, but it's still kind of holding there between $15.98 and $16. So we're seeing Marin Software selling off here, and we're seeing the strength here on Excel. We're seeing big volume out of Excel here, and we're seeing healthy volume on both ends, on the bid and the ask. Excel continues to truck higher here. Excel. We're seeing some resistance at 450. Chris, surprised CCAV isn't having a run with the call later. Oh, they're having a call with a CEO? I'm not sure. Also, we're 10 days away from the new ticker symbol. So it's I believe it's July 23rd, and we're on the 13th. So we're about 10 days away from that. Excel continues to truck higher here. 432. Excel. Marin Software here gave up, now below $16, and it looks like it's coming back down. So bonds here, flat, 10-year treasuries, pretty much flat. Good, healthy volume out of Excella. 7 million shares traded, 5 million shares traded. Slightly dying off slightly, but we are seeing some resistance at 440 and 450. Oh, okay, investor call. Right on. So here, level here of resistance now, 445. It looks like 440 is not going to be a problem. We have good momentum, and 450 forming here. Excella here at 430. We do see resistance at 440, 445, 450, and we're seeing a wall being created here at 450. So it's going to be a little bit tough right now. We do see nice, healthy volume, consistent volume out of Excella. Marin Software had some nice potential power there at the open and now coming down. So now Excel at 442. Moment of truth here, ramping up to 450. It has good potential, good power there. And we're going to have to wait and see if it breaks that 450 level. Good volume, a moment of truth here at 450. So we're going to see a clear battle here out of Excella once it reaches 450. We still continue to see nice volume there. 440 and moment of truth here. 450, moment of truth. Having a difficult time there. Good morning, EWG. Good morning. Having a difficult time breaking 450. So yeah, that looks like a big line of resistance for Excella, 450. Excella there having a hard time passing that line of resistance at 450, and it continues to get stronger there at 450. So we're going to see a fight here for some time there. Alrighty then. Got me a sparkling water. So Excella here, 423, and yeah, it looked like it couldn't beat that price of 450. Volume is healthy, but it's slightly dying out here and turning somewhat red. We are seeing the indices turning now. We are seeing some green here out of the NASDAQ futures. Big bear trap this morning with that CPI number. Complete head fake. I obviously took a big hit there. And now that just created some momentum and big bear trap for all the shorts. And it's a difficult game to be shorting out here. And we're rallying back up all-time highs just like that. Just 1 hour into the open, and we have the futures back to normal, just like that. Blink of an eye. And we're all-time highs. That created some momentum. And let's take a look at the major names. Big move out of Apple there today. Nice move. That hit a low of 143. Now it's at 146. Beautiful move there out of Apple. I'm sure we're going to see that across the board. Oddly enough, Roku didn't do much there. AMD making a slight move there. Let's look at Facebook. Facebook 353. We did see some positive earnings out of the banks. Goldman Sachs, nice positive earnings. I'm now selling away here. JP Morgan, another one that had earnings, also selling away. So since the market is digesting the news of bond yields here where they're not moving, they're pretty much flat. I guess banks are not liking that. So we're seeing Qs here getting best of the action. VIX getting hammered at 6, trading below 1650. We did see a slight uptick in the morning between SNDL and Tilray cannabis stocks, and now pulling back. But this could be just the beginning. It could develop over the next few days during this week. LBPH, Longboard Pharmaceuticals here, came out of nowhere. Longboard Pharmaceuticals, massive move today. It went from about $10 to about $18, and I totally missed that for sure. Wow. Allied Healthcare products here. AHPI, another one. Big, massive move there. AHPI. Amazon here making all-time highs. Tesla selling off. Adobe here 605. Netflix 540. Coinbase 246. Wish here turning green here. Wish $11. And NVDA kind of making a comeback here. NVIDIA trying to make a comeback. So we still have a decent volume out of Excella. Once again, 450 is the price to beat there for Excella, having a difficult time. AHPI suspended. Excella now trying to break that 450. We're going and we're back at it again, trying to break that 450. We have decent volume. We're trying for a second time here. Moment of truth. So we are here at 443. Excella trying to break the 450 mark. Oh, this actually scoot up to 460, 450. Dying out here. 450 exhausted. We actually see now 455 and 460. So it kind of did move up here. GBS. We have to take a look at GBS. Not sure if something's up with GBS. Not sure if there's something going on here. It is not moving. Not sure if... I mean, there's no reason for it to be halted here. Or maybe no volume. Not sure. Not moving at all. Yeah, GBS. No, here, let's see GBS over here. Excella broke the 450 here. So 450, it broke the 450. 460 is a price target. Now looking very strong. So I think it's gonna go to $5, no problem now. 480 and then $5. Absolutely, it went for its second try and it broke that level. Right now, Excella looking very strong. Bond yields here still unchanged, which is good. Nice 30% move there out of Excella. Looks like AHPI is still halted there. EWG, you're right. Yeah. Amazon's all-time highs is difficult to say here. It potentially has, man, maybe I'll get there today. I don't know. It could be around 3,800. I'll give it a price target of 3,800. It could actually get there. I'll give Amazon a $3,800 price target for the week. It's in no man's land. Plenty of momentum. Big company, big name. Tech is rallying, and there's no real saying here. It could pull back here and consolidate for a little bit, take a breather, and go higher. So it could also, if we take this move, they just do some technicals here. After it consolidated here for a few days, it made this big move. This is a measured move. This is just a point of reference. Doesn't mean it's going to do this. It kind of consolidated here for the past 5 days. Kind of similar to here to some extent. So let's just assume today is the first day where it continues to rally. And we put this here. If we get another parabolic move, we'll be around the 4,000s. I don't think that happens so quick in 3 days. There's no catalyst right now for it to go that far up so quickly. Here was the news with Bezos and the CEO shift. They also had, I think I saw some news about COVID at-home testing kits. And they were bringing out different catalysts. For now, I don't know. I don't know. It potentially can make this move. We're talking about a $4,000 price target, but it's a little tough. That might be extended a little bit more further out, something more like this. But we have to wait and see. I am optimistic for tech. Apple here, all-time highs, 146.95. There's August call options at the 150 level. It looks like these guys are going to get there like next week. So this is why I'm overall bullish. Obviously, Apple being, the biggest company here, the leader of tech, and we saw massive options volume out of Apple. So we have August calls there at the 150 mark, and Apple inching away. And because of this activity, I think we're going to see tech continue to rally for a few weeks. AHPI suspended again. Wow, look at this. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Unbelievable. Excella here going towards $5. Once it broke that 450 level, I knew that the next target was $5. We do see some resistance at 490. Volume is healthy. We continue to see volume to come back in here, and a lot of people are paying attention to Excella. Good volume. AHPI also getting nice volume there. Level 2 obviously skewed because it's halted. You left your position off of Excella at split and had it at $2, regretting it. Yeah, you have to be patient. It's difficult. It's difficult. You have to be patient and then hold off. Usually these splits are negative. I mean, and under normal conditions, this is super bearish, beyond negative. And who's going to write it out? I mean, who's going to wait? This was back early this year, January. You're going to hold it off? It's pretty tough. But it did have a rally shortly after that, too. It's just a momentum play. It's just a name that people like coming in here and hitting it. Big move out of Excella there. Now we're at $5. Huge, massive move there. And the rally continues. The party continues for Excella. Now we're seeing big wall of resistance at $5. We're seeing this moment of truth moment again. We saw it at 450. It failed and it broke the second time. And now, is it going to be enough? We're going to have to wait and see. We're 5 cents out of the $5 mark here. And it's going to be interesting if we can break out of there. Excella 492 here. We're at $5 here, struggling to break the $5 mark. Good volume there. Potential to break the $5 mark for sure here. Good volume, consistent volume. And here's a fight. Here's a battle. It's getting rejected at the $5 mark. Having a hard time breaking the $5 mark. We are seeing some bullish activity out of the options here on Virgin Galactic. So people are buying this dip here. PBTS, PBTS. PBTS here making a move as well. We'll throw it up here just to see what it looks like underneath. Excella, I still like it for the volume. Steady volume there. Last 5 minutes, 6.8 million shares traded. It is having a hard time there. Has some support at 480 and the resistance, it's at $5. So here trading within that range. PBTS. Let's take a look at level 2 here. Little wonky here on level 2. We are seeing decent volume out of this name. 300,000 shares traded. And in the last 5 minutes, about 135,000 shares traded. Not sure what the catalyst is there for PBTS. But nice, big move there. It's definitely a momentum stock here. Went up to 950 and it's currently at 258. We're still seeing very good volume, very healthy out of Excella. Momentum is there. We're seeing more and more volume coming in here. So last 5 minutes, 7.5 million shares traded. And that is momentum to break this $5 level, in my opinion. The biggest volume we've seen out of Excella for the day in the last 5 minutes. And here we go, testing $5. And it broke it. It hit 502. It broke the $5 mark. That volume is relentless there. We're seeing big volume. It broke the $5 level. Right now, it's just kind of cooling off. And wow, there goes 476. We're seeing buy side coming in here pretty aggressively. And it's going to try to hold some support here. APHI back at $8. APHI. Or is it AHPI? I want to see that level 2. Trading 1.5 million shares. Good volume. We see some resistance there at 850 for AHPI. Healthy volume coming in here. Potential catalyst there. What is going on with that stock? Halted twice already. I don't see any news out of this one. AHPI sees resistance at 850. We'll throw these side by side. We have Excel on the bottom, AHPI at the top. And we're seeing nice volume out of both of these names right now. AHPI 6.02% short interest free float there. Shorted 6% AHPI. Let's take a look at Excella. Excella with a lot higher interest free float here, shorted heavily at 28.50. So Excella definitely one that is heavily shorted a lot more. 28.50 there out of Excella, heavily shorted, short interest of free float, 28.5%. So momentum slightly here, dying off for both of these names here. It did break that $5 level, Excella. Now here, pulling back 474. So although Excella breaking the $5 mark with some good volume, it's not following through here. APHI here, resistance at 850. So we're there. And it just broke it. Just ate it like nothing. AHPI here, complete monster. It had $850 mark here. It just plowed through it like we're seeing volume coming in here now. 3 million shares traded in the last 5 minutes. Wow, there we go. Excella waking up, breaking 503, 504. And here we go. We're breaking out of the $5. I think Excella is going to be a winner here. We're seeing constant volume, and it continues to push higher there. Should have took a shot at this one. Now I want to take a shot. I had my chance and I blew it, but here we go. It still could do some nice damage there. Let's take a look at some technicals there on the daily. I'm going to put it here on the daily. Previous high out of Excella there before. We're talking about around an $8 price target. Right now at 514. Excella 515. Good healthy volume. 6.4 million shares traded. 7.56 million shares traded. And we're seeing over 6 million shares traded in the past 30 minutes. So a lot of people are definitely taking notice there, and continues to push higher. If this continues, Excella could hit $8. That was a previous high. It's a little out there, but it's steady. It's a rocket ship, and it's steady. And I think it continues to. Let's see if it's. And it's not even trending here on the retail stocks. Most active. It's on the watch list here. Let me see here. One name that is trending on Wall Street Bets, CPI. What is CPI? I don't think I've seen that. Is that even correct? This doesn't look like a trending stock. It's a ETF. Not sure why that's on that list. So AHPI looks like is dying out there, but we are seeing nice momentum out of Excella. So now 550 is a line of resistance there for Excella. Here we go, another battle. So we have Excella here at 528. Nice volume there out of Excella. We are seeing some resistance at 550. We're seeing the buy side pretty healthy here, and we're seeing some decent action. We're seeing here 550 resistance. Nice consistent volume in the past 5 minutes, and looking pretty good here. 528. We're seeing the biggest volume of the day of Excella, and we're continuing to see that, which will, I think, continue to push the stock higher. It's at 8 million shares traded, 8.35 million shares traded in the last 5 minutes, and it's looking very strong here. 550 line of resistance, and we continue to see higher highs here on the volume with some slight pullbacks. Big push here, 541. Price to be is 550. I think AHPI here, momentum has died off here. It did hit a line of resistance there around $9, and I think this one is pretty much done. Could come back up though. Excel, on the other hand, continues to have nice volume and nice momentum. Tested, then immediately failed. Yes, we did see that earlier though at 450, but the second time it came back, it came stronger. So we might see volume die out here and pull back. And if we see that, it could create some momentum to go higher. I'll take a look at some of the large cap stocks just to see how they're doing. Facebook here at 353. Roku staying steady here. Apple ripping all-time highs. Looks like it's going to hit 150 in no time. They bought the August calls the 150, and it looks like it's going to get there this week, possibly next. Amazon slightly pulling back. Let's see, Google all-time highs. So the big monsters continue to go higher. Chipotle here, all-time highs. 1,600 out of Chipotle here. Wish is green, though. Wish is green. What's going on with those cannabis stocks that were doing well earlier today? It's a bust. Nothing happening. They pulled back. Nothing happened out of these stocks. We're seeing a lot of red here on the smaller cap stocks. Once again, the story repeats. Only a handful of stocks pushing the markets higher. Everything else is pretty much red right now. The VIX is below 1650, which is good. It's at 610. 1610. Yes, MMAT is with that torchlight deal and the stock split, reverse split. Not good. It is heavily shorted. I think we are going to see this name come back up. I think we will see this squeeze at some point. It's tough to say when. And also, there's no telling where the bottom for this one will be at. It will come back. I'm sure we'll see this name later on this year. Jesus. Right when I thought we're done here. So, Excella is taking a breather here. AHPI. Let's see level 2. Volume is not as high. We're actually seeing some lower volumes here, but the people that are playing this are definitely buyers. So we're going to try to break the $9 level here on AHPI. We see bonds cooling off, which is a good sign. This is massive move, 121% move out of AHPI. What is the catalyst there? I didn't look it up. I don't see one. I don't see one. The last article I found here out of AHPI was from April 1st. April Fools. $9.11, a skyrocket here. Volume is not as strong, but it's pushing high. Oh, okay, the last 5-minute candle is the highest volume of the day. 3.3 million shares traded, and we're seeing the momentum coming in here now. We had a fake out here where the volume died out, price was decreasing, and they bought it up with a vengeance here. What a monster out of these stocks. There's moves to be made out there. You're taking a kicking. We're getting the same story today that we've been getting. Big tech leading the way, and everything else just red. We just have a handful of names out there, that are making moves, and then we have some of these lower cap stocks squeezing here. So only a handful of stocks. Once again, needle in a haystack kind of day. You see here my watch list, red, red, red everywhere. And there's only a handful of stocks that are giving opportunities right now. Extremely hard to trade. Extremely hard. Power Bridge here. 264 holding nicely. Just 1 second. We're seeing some red here out of Excella here. We're still seeing constant volume, and we're seeing a nice buy side here. So going to be interesting here. Yes, thank you for the heads up. Yes, I was definitely muted. Thank you. Yeah, like I was saying, this ticker symbol here, Lumen got a nice pop up here. Apollo is in talks to acquire $5 billion of assets from Lumen. So that is the news on Lumen. Big spike there, and now cooled off. So it was just something that happened briefly. Excella breaking, coming back down 480. We're still seeing healthy volume, and we are seeing some nice support there on the buy side. We saw a hit around 531. Let's take a look at the high of the day. High of the day here is 545. So it could be taking a breather here. We are seeing red negative volume candles, and we have to give it some time. There's still plenty day to go. It's still early on, and we can still see something out of this ticker symbol here. So just breaking news, the Federal Reserve says inflation pop was expected. So what they're trying to say is compared to 2 months ago, when inflation popped and the market didn't like it. It says it was stated that there was no evidence of inflation 2 months ago. So that is the difference. That's what they're stating. So 2 months ago, when inflation popped, that was not. There was no evidence of inflation. Now it was expected. So markets not really reacting as bearish to that information. We are seeing some call buying there on Virgin Galactic. So let's see Virgin Galactic, people buying the dip. Hasn't really done much there, but we did see some call buying there. We did see a pop today. We did see a pop on cannabis stocks. We have OG here with a pop, Sundial Growers with a pop, and Tilray, but they are all giving up those gains. It could be the beginning of something coming forward for the next few days, so something to throw on your watch list. So Boeing got a new price target today, 265, and it's selling off pretty bad here at 230. So it got a new price target at 265, somewhere around here. Once again, markets are pretty difficult right now. We only have a handful of stocks, large cap and mega cap stocks here pushing the markets higher. NASDAQ all-time highs. But if we look at the watch list here, I have a lot of different tickers here. They're red. This makes no sense. And it's only a few stocks carrying the markets. I have several different watch lists here. Dow Jones actually doing slightly better there. But I have different watch lists, and they're all pretty much red. Some mix action here, actually. It's the large cap and mega cap stocks pushing higher. Or maybe it's just Apple by itself. Maybe it's just Apple carrying the whole market by itself, clearly. Everyone's watch list is red. Microsoft destroying it here. So it's just at this point, it's like, why buy anything else? Just buy Apple and Microsoft and just close your eyes and Google. Google all-time highs. Apple all-time highs. Microsoft all-time highs. And everything else all-time reds. So we are seeing some support here out of Xcella at 450. We are seeing some nice volume out of Xcella. Xcella being the number one trending stock right now. All eyes on Xcella. I just saw this meme. Sorry, guys. This is pretty hilarious. Check this out, guys. When pasta prices are at all-time highs, but your portfolio value is at all-time lows. From the from Italy. Oh God, these guys are crazy, man. There's some, some light there at the end of the tunnel. Some laughter, at least. I'm not seeing any news coming in here, streaming here. I'm not seeing anything exciting. This could be a buying opportunity here. We see support at 450. I might just take a swing at it just for the fun of it. Chris, let's not talk about Italy. What was the recap on the soccer game there? Are you talking about soccer? They tied, right? Or what happened there? Oh, you lost on penalties. Yeah. I missed the game. Yeah, I know it was a big game. I missed it. But I know it was like it was tied, winning penalties. Oh God, that's the worst when it goes to penalties. What do I think about staff? Let's take a look at staff. Staffing 360 here. So this continues to be the pattern here. You see a stock split, a reverse split, which is extremely bad. But people still buy the name, and this is one that has a lot of momentum. We see a lot of big moves out of this. Currently pulling back. Let me see if I can pull some information on this ticker symbol here. Let's see if it's heavily shorted or something. I don't have a lot of information on this one. I can't really find information on this one. Difficult play there. Again, there's other stuff that that I rather play or park my money at. It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough with these. All these stocks like Excella, this one Staff, MMAT, they're all squeeze plays. They're highly shorted stocks. They don't have good financials, but they have good they're momentum plays. So it's kind of hard to there's a lot of momentum. There's a lot of momentum plays on the daily. So you can, maybe park your money on one of these and wait for it to come back up at some point. You would probably be holding for some time, blocking up buying power. But it's tough. It's tough. So this one, not too excited. I would want to see it trending or people talking about it or something that catches my eye. But for now, like for instance, Excel right now is A lot of people are trading it. There's a lot of momentum there, and it's worth a try. Right now it's pulling back. There's some support at the 450 level, so the short term you can do a trade there. I'm not the best at these trades, so I do like parking my money on some of these positions and just waiting for that pop. But on staff, I wouldn't attempt it on staff. You've been doing a lot of bad moves for the yeah. It's tough right now. It's tough to play this game. They're all short squeezes. They're high risk. Um, so the way I play these, and it just takes a while. Right now, this is a heavily shorted stock. This is any. I think I got in at like, I don't even know my price here. Let me see. I don't even know where I stand on this one actually. So I have this one at 326. I bought this one like a week ago. So I own any at 326 and I have my money parked there. I'm waiting for a nice pop. This one's heavily shorted. It has potential to go up to $8 in the short term, about 550, and I'm just writing it out. Another way you can also play, not these plays in particular, is some options. I like to buy some longer dated options or sometimes shorter dated options, but on things that have catalysts, that has that momentum, that potential. Let's take a look at AMC here. 40-30 out of AMC. Starbucks trying to break all-time highs. Wow. Starbucks at all-time highs. Okay. Wow. Big move there. Right now, unfortunately, across the board, the only safety is the big names. That's the only thing that is moving right now. All the small caps and all the other plays are very difficult right now. It's only a handful of stocks, and it's pretty difficult. I did not get in this one, but it did come back up. I did see support at the 450 level. It came back down to around 460, 470. It looks like it wants to come back up. We might see some momentum shift there. PR, another thing that I do, I swing trade a lot, so I hold a lot of plays. So it's not as exciting, but it seems to work out better for me. So I'm holding positions for weeks or months. The downside is that you lock up a lot of buying power, and you have to be patient. You have to just wait and wait it out. Have conviction. All right, guys, I'm gonna log off here. Thanks for coming out here. I got kicked in the midsection here pretty bad again. I was up pretty nicely yesterday, and that's a volatile portfolio there. I'm still in it to win it. I'm still out here. I'm still optimistic in my positions. Good news is treasuries here, 10-year bonds didn't do much. So we do see some light at the end of the tunnel here. We saw just a little bear squeeze here today, bear trap in the overall markets. The major indices are all higher. So right now, maybe you want to take a play on some of the larger cap stocks. They are buying the Apple's 150s. So Apple's going to probably hit 150 in the next 3 weeks very closely. Right now, things are at all-time highs, but just keep these names on your watch list so when they pull back, you get an entry. Like, for instance, Roku had a price target of 540 when it was rallying. Right now, it's at a pullback, so could be a potential play here to average in here. So I'll catch you guys. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. It really helps out. Today was a little rough. I totally forgot about CPI numbers. I would have probably lined up on my portfolio, so I wouldn't be taking such a aggressive pullback here. But either way, I did buy one position today. I did buy the dip here on NVDA this morning. So I'm just adding to my overall position. And let's see how that works out. I bought in here. I bought in here today. So I bought the dip. Hopefully we don't go back down to 800. And we'll see how the week develops. Thank you guys. I'll catch you on the next one on the next morning open. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.